booty, Jim.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
Everyone is so mean to me.
I am Jim Rutledge.
You never go full Rutledge.
We all know never to go full Rutledge, but you should never go full ham bone on a weekday night. There is not a lot of things more satisfying than...
If I had to rank the shows,
Well, who's number
Rutledge and
one?
Hamilton. Rutledge and Hamilton still.
Oh, get out.
I just call it Rutledge.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio with Matt Hamilton, here's Jim Rutledge.
Matt Hamilton, give us a weather forecast.
It's beautiful out today. I dropped the boat in the water, sun was shining, 0 chance of tornadoes or storms. I sent you a text. Sure you got it.
I did, absolutely.
Brought to you by Coors Light.
Thank you.
Sun's shining. Get that Coors Light out.
I'm not the only one who gets annoyed, but about
But you
the
get
weather.
people like calling you on the way home yesterday. It's like, you're right, Jim.
No.
Weather updates. Warnings about severe weather in your area are annoying. I'd
So
rather just
like
deal with
me.
it as the weather comes.
Right. Now, again, not what I said.
Weather
Matt
not
Hamilton.
real, Jim Rutledge here.
Not what I said, Matt Hamilton. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue. You know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
My point is, I think we catastrophize weather at times because then it gets more people. Like, if you trigger an emotion and all of a sudden you're intrigued by it and you're like, horror movies do this. Like, if you trigger an emotion, now you're more invested.
You're triggering an emotion with me right now.
Right.
Talking about this.
It is not the actual weather notices, but you have to catastrophize it a little bit. And that's all. They're selling the sizzle sometimes. That's all. And not the meteorologists. I'm saying the news stations constantly. Meteorology is very important. Getting the alerts is very important. But I don't need a whole dog and pony show about it.
All right.
Put it on the corner. Tell us what's happening. Tell us the areas that are
Is
affected.
that what you just want on your phone? Just like a little tornado in some color?
Beep the hell out of my phone. Please do.
Oh, I thought that's what you were complaining about yesterday.
No, I don't mind it on my phone. Send it to my phone. That's what I want. In fact, give me a direct notice. Don't tell me there's a tornado 20 miles south because it's in the viewing area. Tell me there's a tornado nearby.
That is nearby.
That's 20 miles south. Is it coming my way? No?
Maybe.
Then let it go.
That's considered nearby.
I'm going to go pull a full-on Elsa. Let it go. If it's south, let it go.
God, you're crazy.
I am correct. Crazy correct, Matt Hamilton. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. Yeah, you're still always trying to misconstrue how
you don't believe in big weather.
I just think weather is very monetized, like many things. Like, we talk about how the news is corrupted. I think
Surprise, Jim. Like sky blue, grass green.
Right.
Monetize everything. Like,
Right.
that's just the way the world works.
Right, but I can't call it out.
Well, yeah, but of all the things you're going to call it out, you're going to call it out on the weather guy?
No, not
who's
the weather person.
Giving
Big
you
weather.
a little extra sizzle and explaining why the high-pressure system meeting the low-pressure system makes a tornado?
Big weather. That's all. Pressure.
Like, brought to you by Coors Light.
It is, just a side note, like, the Weather Channel existing is insane.
I'm not going to lie to you. On the road when there's nothing else to watch, when in doubt, the Weather Channel's got great content. Because
You
they
can't
just
turn like
do,
MTV or something?
No, because MTV is no longer music television. So I'm past it. I'd rather see all the catastrophes.
Hear this old guy here? Matt Hamilton is officially the oldest guy on the show. That's what I want to get to, Ryan, right now. Because Matt Hamilton says he likes to watch the Weather Channel, and MTV doesn't play music anymore.
I mean, that does sound pretty old. But
Do you like people on your lawn?
Yeah, actually.
Matt's just happy that the movie's not in black and white anymore. He has color. That's all he needs. He's astounded by it.
It has been nice to have color televisions in the later half of my life here.
Yeah, you just basically lived Wizard of Oz. Went from black and white to beautiful Technicolor.
I'm just saying, Jim, the world
It's a twister.
The world
That's what I want.
revolves around
That's what
money.
I want going forward. I just want someone running down. It's a twister. Anti-M, it's a twister.
So that you want someone on a bicycle.
Exactly. If I look out the window and I see the Wicked Witch of the East.
That's when you'll know that you need to take cover?
Yep.
Fair enough.
That's all I'm saying. All right.
Okay.
We got plenty to get to today. We have David Kaplan coming up. We have Minute to Win It coming up. And we also have Throwing Stones coming up. So it's a full day. But we are
Burying
joined.
the lead right now.
Right. Well, I'm not. I'm saving the best for last. There we go. Devyn Robinson blinged out. Can we get her hands on camera? Because that is a lot
zoom in.
of bling there. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard work right here.
Yes, Devyn Robinson joining us in studio.
Man, I should have wore both my rings. They're nowhere even close to that, but I should have at least
I'm
known
actually
that you were
shocked
going to do it.
you didn't wear your
just
gold
to
medal.
have both of them. Yeah.
Just so you didn't feel left out.
Oh, I feel left out. I screwed up. Devyn, where were you? You're supposed to hit me up
I'm
and be
so
like,
sorry.
hey,
I thought you
homie,
got the
I'm bringing
memo.
all my swag. God.
Sorry.
I got my golf trophy out there. I can go get that.
No,
Bring it in.
no, I didn't earn it.
We don't have any
All I got is
Cool.
this dinky thing.
We don't have any WBAs or anything either.
No, we're not that good.
No.
We
no.
also choose not to pay for them. I will not buy a WB.
Well, first of all, congratulations. I hear you finished your undergrad today.
Yes, I did.
What's the degree?
Radio, television, and film with a minor in sports communication.
All right, Matt, you're out.
Yeah, right? Careful, Devyn, we're full here. It's been great having you. A round of applause for Devyn.
She's
Thank
local.
you,
Like,
thank you.
she probably could get to more shows than you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Probably more talented.
Here's the thing. Come August, you're going to be pretty busy.
Yes, I will be. I will be starting preseason. So.
All right.
Yeah, so when does practice start for you?
I think August 1st, but we're back. We're off for like a month right now, and then we're back the 29th is when we start our summer workouts, 6 to 8 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Well, so what does off season look like? Because that's what everyone really cares about. We figure during the season you're in the gym, you're playing volleyball, you're getting geared up.
Now, Matt's
what are you doing in
triggered
the off
because
season?
most people think Matt does not like Matt. Like just shows up at
Like
the
I've
Olympics
got
and curl.
4 years of off season, and then I just show up for the 2 weeks at the Olympics, and then I just take the next 4 years off.
Well, the off season in the summer is mainly just summer workouts. We're not really allowed to get in the gym with
Oh, no,
the
no,
coaches.
I'm saying like for fun.
Oh, for fun?
Yeah.
Like how do you
We're not trying to get you in trouble.
decompress?
Being like, yeah,
How do
being
you
like-
decompress? How do you get ready for another long grind of a season? Like personally, I make sure I get out on my boat, make sure I play some golf. Where's your head at?
Honestly, just doing whatever makes me happy, like playing sand or hanging out with friends, calling my mom, my grandma, hanging out with my boyfriend, getting on the golf course. He works at a golf course, so I get to go golf for free. So that's
right,
pretty
nice.
fun. I'm pretty bad, but it's still pretty fun. Getting
Yeah,
better.
I mean, taking cuts is always going to be a good time. Unless you're Alex Stroh. It looked like that was the reason
Yeah,
they
but-
called it a stroke, because every time he tried to hit that thing, he looked like he was about to die.
Like he was having a
Or
stroke.
failed to hit that thing. He
was-
took 10 swings at a ball and missed it every single time.
I think about that every time I get out on the course. I'm like, I don't want to miss, like Strofe did. So
Yeah.
as long as I'm not missing 10 times in a row, I know I'm
It's-
doing
Well,
good.
Honestly,
you're athletic.
yes.
Stroh has zero athleticism.
It's almost like it does seem really impossible to miss it as many times as he did.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke.
Right. He basically got the yips in real time, is what you saw.
We do have the video of it. We'll show you in the break. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've
is-
seen it.
Oh, man, is that brutal.
I thought he was joking.
Devyn's been an intern here. Now she works here as well. So
Yeah.
she's on the team, and we get to join their team. We are the new home of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball. Really excited about that here on ESPN Madison. Matt, you and I are not on the call, but
No.
we will
Yet.
be able to. No, they don't want us on the call. They have really talented people on the call. We would just ruin it.
Well, right, but like special guest appearance from Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton.
What
That
would
sounds
you
pretty
like?
good.
What? Give me a call. Like, give,
No,
like,
no,
give
no,
me,
no.
As
I
a
will
color
not.
analyst, what would you drop in?
I would just.
Jim, that was hit really hard.
yeah. Honestly, you're probably right. I don't have much to.
That would bruise
bring
the
to
hell out
table.
of me if
Yeah.
I got hit like that.
I think that was the libero. I think that's a volleyball word.
Yeah, good job.
Matt, you can chime in here with any, like, when I'm watching you guys play, like, a lot of times that, and obviously, I don't want to say organized chaos, but it reminds me a little bit of the NBA where you're watching things happen and you know there's plays or designs, but at the same time, it doesn't, and I mean this in a good way, it doesn't look like it, but obviously there is a plan when that ball is hit over the net. Can you walk us through that a little bit?
Yeah, it depends on if we're like in serve receive, like they're serving at us. We'll have a play where I'll like run across the court, or someone will hit in the middle and then go outside or back row. It's kind of, our plays are set off of the first contact, but then after that, it's kind of just a free for all. Like just get in where you fit in.
So you got your first play. So your first read, if I was going to equate it to football, and then it's jazz.
Yeah, kind of like.
So that first play kind of sets you up on where you should be, and then you kind of cover that area for the rest of, or do you just kind of fit in where is needed?
I mean, it depends on how well the pass is too. It's like if we
Right.
plan to do something, but it doesn't go that way, just like we go out of system. So just get it high and then get it over.
So there's just, and I'm guessing here, but just general rules then. So obviously, like, as a player, you might want to do these things. So everyone kind of knows, even though it's jazz, like in jazz, there's still general structure.
Yeah.
It's just far
You know
looser.
where you're
So there's
trying to
general
go.
structure.
Yeah.
You're just trying to execute the best you can after things might go a little haywire.
Yeah, it's kind of like if the pass brings the setter forward, it's like, okay, then I'm going to run a dog, like run behind off 1 foot because there's no blockers over there because they're all shifted that way, that kind of thing.
See, that explains more because it does look like organized chaos, but I mean, that's the best type of sports. That's what I like to watch.
It seems like very reactive chaos, right? Like someone makes a move. Obviously, you don't plan for where they're going to hit a shot, but once someone makes a move, someone's always filling that hole if they're like leaving space.
Yeah, like if people, like we go up to block at the net and people defending behind us, like if they see a hole in the block, then they'll just step into that because they're reading the game. Like
Gotcha.
Yeah. Or if there's a free ball coming over, like just a really high ball, then we run our play again, whatever we had set before.
We're talking with Devyn Robinson of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball, and thanks for entertaining us right now because we're a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
Like we watch, but that's what I enjoy about watching volleyball is because I don't have an opinion. I
And
just
that's
get to,
also why I like having actual experts in.
Right.
So I can actually get the breakdown.
right. But I don't want to know too much because I want to be able to just enjoy it. Like
The
you watch
mystery is
football,
still good.
But if you watch, but it's like when I watch hockey sometimes. I'm like, I know the rules, I know what's happening, but I don't know enough to like be like, oh, you messed that up. I just watch it, and that's what I like about the volleyball team because it's like I can just watch and appreciate how talented they are instead of like, because I really don't know. We don't know for football either. Like, the Packers should have done that. Like we know, we know too much to make it enjoyable.
I think
for us.
I know too much.
So, Devyn and Matt's talked about this before, but obviously, like I joke when I golf with Matt that like there's never a time like a normal person you like would feel nervous with a big putt or whatever just because it's a little spotlight on you, and he's won the gold medal. But at some point, Matt, and at some point, Devyn, you went from the young person on your team to having the moments. They still matter, but that balance between having control of the moment as opposed to maybe early on that moment might have had control over you. And you both could talk about that.
Yeah, I guess as I've gotten older, like when it gets to those high pressure situations, I feel a little more pressure because I'm the older one. Like I have to be able to perform for these younger kids. But when I was younger, I had the older girls behind me, like Dana, Recchi, all the big names, and I was like, all right, I just got to go do my thing, and they're gonna cover me. But I remember last season, I went back to serve for like game point, and I was like, okay, like just calm down. But yeah, I feel like as I got older, the nerves kind of snuck in a little bit, but I'm getting better at controlling those.
Interesting. I'm kind of on the other end of the spectrum where when I first started, like I remember my first game at the Olympics, I was playing mixed doubles, playing Russia, nervous as all get out. I was shaking. There's a photo of me. I fell on worldwide television. No one touched me. Like, those like all those like videos where they have that like superimposed like a ninja kicking someone out, like their legs out from under them. That's what I look like in this. Nobody's even near me. And I go down and it was all nerves, right? But that kind of like loosened me up and it was like, well, nowhere to go but up. Literally, I am on the ice, bruised ego more than bruised tailbone, and had to like bounce back from it. And then I remember my second go. I remember at my second go at the Olympics, I was so ready to go. I was like, been here, done this. So like, yeah, I see what you're saying. There's definitely more of a cycle of players in college sports, right? Like, you're the youngest, you become the oldest. Like for me, I've got the same team still, so I have even more of a comfort zone built. So that might be the difference in why I haven't felt this pressure the same way. But it's very interesting the way people do feel pressure. And I will pull up this photo of me falling, Devyn. It is 10 out of 10.
I love that there's multiple times now Matt's just referenced things that nobody else can see. This is an audio medium. So
yeah, I know.
Share this with Devyn
that's why
later.
That's why I tried to like explain the photo itself.
Maybe our producer Ryan Wollersheim could find it and share it on the stream since we're streaming
so it gets
everywhere.
done next hour.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
What's he doing back there? Nothing.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd throw it straight out there.
Yeah.
Everyone's ego takes a shot on this show.
Not just your own hockey. You're just gonna say your one line.
Well, I just wanted to remind everybody's ego takes a shot on this show. Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show. Yeah, right. Words to live by.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Why do you think I had Devyn come on today? I didn't want to have to do anything. I wanted to stand back here and just like take a break. You got two guests.
Yeah, but Cap too. Like he's just shutting it down.
I hold on. I got a question for Devyn.
Yeah.
Have they released the schedule yet?
I'm gonna be honest. I have
it
no
came
idea.
out today.
I'm also very similar to you. Just like tell me when to play because it doesn't matter who we're playing. We're playing 6 people on the other side of the net, right? Like, I get that. Now, my next question to the follow-up, if you knew the schedule, which, again, doesn't matter, where's your favorite place to play outside of Madison?
My favorite place to play outside of Madison is probably at Penn State in their field house because it gets jam-packed, especially if we're playing over there, or at Nebraska because once you start beating them, it goes silent in there.
All right.
Literally silent.
Now, are you basing this off of, like, good crowds, like, good, like, vibes, or is it, like, they have the best locker room, or, like, their gym's the best, they have the best court?
I'm basing it off the crowds, and I like Nebraska's court, but Penn State, like, the fans are literally, like, that wall. To me, like that's how close
it's like
they are.
8 feet for all of you in the cars. And
oh, look at this guy. Yeah, Matt Hamilton.
That's some dazzling details,
Okay. Give him the old razzle-dazzle.
Yeah. That's my radio jazz hands.
There you go. You were obsessed with the word jazz during this interview.
That's too. It's a bet. I'm trying to win a bet. First segment, got to say jazz 6 times.
The word of the day, but forget it. You guys aren't going to get the reference here. We're talking about Devyn Robinson. We are the new home of Wisconsin volleyball here, and we're very excited about it. This is a game at Pfizer Forum. Now, you do know those opponents, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Stanford, Texas. That's a star-studded group, and Pfizer Forum's a lot of fun to play at. What is that experience like? And then obviously the fan base travels well, so you can also juxtapose it to the field house because the fans travel, and obviously just the Milwaukee's not bad, but playing in a big arena full of Badger fans and playing to the field house, what makes both those experiences great?
Well, I mean, playing at the field house, like the fans, like everyone's there cheering for you, and it's so loud. I feel like our 2022 season, we like broke the sound barrier or whatever. But maybe not the sound barrier.
So fast.
Okay. I've seen that somewhere. But
In
Decibels
playing
were
at
off
the
the
Pfizer,
charts.
it's like just another field house at that point, but they're a little farther away, so it doesn't feel like they're right on top of you. And I'm pretty good at tuning out the noise, so it doesn't really change for me.
you know, one of the things that, because I've been bringing my girls to it, and 2 parts. One, I'll first talk about, we've seen volleyball at least a couple times a year. And obviously Caitlin Clark has grabbed this torch along with, a lot of other players in the WNBA, but volleyball is a big, prestigious sport as well. Having that ability to be kind of a role model or an icon for younger athletes in general, because like you can see the boys are out there shooting basketballs and they're yelling Caitlin Clark too. So it's not just young girls that are appreciating volleyball and you're a role model for. It's also just young athletes in general. Yeah. How have you been able to embrace that?
It's a great feeling, honestly. It makes me feel so good after a game. Like, we'll have little kids wait outside of our locker room, and they're just like, oh, can you sign this? Can you sign this? I drove 7 hours to come watch you play, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Even if I was like, I played kind of bad, but like, here you go, I'll sign this for you. But yeah, it feels so good to be their role model for young kids everywhere. Even when I went to this taco shop the other day, some lady was like, my son was just so excited to come to some of your games. I was like, oh, thank you. That's why I do it. But like, yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's so exciting.
And then with that and being a role model and having that kind of exposure, that's got to be really exciting for you. And then from a fan's perspective, though, what sports do you enjoy watching? Who are some of the athletes you're a fan of?
I mean, I personally love watching volleyball when it's in season, especially if it's like, oh, we're about to play them. I'm a big fan of Asia O'Neal and Maddie Skinner. They both play at Texas. Even in practice, like watching Anna and Sarah get up there and kill a ball, like I love watching that. And one of my favorite players to watch right now is probably Anthony Edwards. Like he's a dog.
Yes.
He's a dog.
Yes. No doubt.
And I feel like the way he plays, like if I was in the NBA, I'd play like him. So that's why I'm like watching him. But
there's people in the NBA that say that about him too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Wow, good choices.
So getting to know you a little bit more, Matt, you got your favorite like where to eat question here.
Mm-hmm. We'll get there.
What do you listen to, or is it anything getting, warm-ups, things like that? What's in the headphones?
Probably Out My Way by Juice WRLD. It really hypes me up because like Get Out My Way, or
right.
whatever I'm feeling. Like my brain kind of like itches for certain songs on game day, and I get kind of like superstitious, so I play certain songs over and over again.
I like that. I'll pick like a 6-song playlist, and that will be like my world championship playlist or whatever event I'm at. That will be the one I go to. Mm-hmm. Now, does that pregame routine ever change? Like maybe if Mojo needs to change, or if it's like, hey, things are going good, we're not changing a thing.
I feel like if I become like self-aware that I'm doing something different, I'm like, oh, like my skin starts to vibrate. I'm like, I shouldn't have thought that. Like, I don't think those thoughts, but I feel like it kind of just gradually changes. I'm not like purposely making it change.
Right. Okay.
Who's the funniest person on the team?
The crown is heavy. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not really kidding. I feel like I'm up there, but Carter Booth is pretty funny. I feel like we're all pretty funny in our own ways, but I feel like me and Carter kind of uphold the funny side.
All right.
So on the sidelines, I've seen it when I come to the games. It's such a fun vibe. The whole team is, dancing with the music, always cheering each other on. It's not obviously basketball. You're going to see cheering on, but everyone's sitting. The college football sidelines, the players are on the sidelines, and they're really compartmentalized. And it's not every volleyball team I've seen carries it. Now, obviously, I've only seen them at the field house. Maybe they don't travel that energy. But is that something that's unique to Wisconsin? And what was kind of the thought process? Was that here when you got here as far as the team is always moving, always dancing, always kind of just embracing the whole vibe of the field house?
I feel like that's just been the culture at Wisconsin, like just having a good time on the sideline. And it's like a good way to like stay warm if you're ready to come in from off the bench.
Jim was talking about that the other day. He took a half-hour warm-up for a charity basketball game, and then when he finally got in the game,
I sat for like 15 minutes.
He was
I'm
walking like an old man out there. It's like, oh, my back is stiff, my hammies are tight.
Before I got out there, my knee hurt. I was like, this is horrible.
Fair enough.
Like, I feel like if I've been out for a while, like dancing like gets me warm and I don't even realize it. Or like if I'm like, all right, like doing jumps doesn't just do it justice, and the crowd loves it. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, so when you got to Wisconsin and obviously where you're at now, what part of your game do you think improved the most? And obviously the game comes fairly naturally to you. What part of it did you actually like have to really work at?
My blocking on the right side, honestly, because I came in as a middle, but they had me move to the right side because that's the position that was open, and I had never blocked over there before, and my blocking was trash. Like, my coach was like, at the end of season,
how does one block like trash? Because to the layman, it looks like you guys are just kind of like jumping up there and trying to get in front of the ball.
It's like
there's nuance to it.
Like, if I'm going up to block someone and they hit it off me every time. Like, every time my freshman year I went up to block, most of the time, it was like tool off me at a point for the other team.
So how do you correct that? Then?
Like, shaping your hands, and then not like blocking back behind your head, but up in front of you.
Oh, okay.
And I would just kind of go up there like, don't hit at me.
So instead of hands straight up, they're now
like
aggressive,
like
going over the net.
Go and get them,
Yeah, fair enough.
I feel like that's something I've really had to improve on, and I feel like another part of my game that's changed so much is just like my versatility on the court, like being able to hit first tempo, which is like the quick sets, and then second tempo is like the higher sets, and then back row I've been working on this spring, and my serve. So my game all around almost.
Right.
Yeah.
And what came the most naturally to you? When you played volleyball for the first time, like, this makes sense?
Probably attacking, because like I played basketball for a while, so just going up and like getting the ball was really a simple concept for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great way to like fire you up for a game. The best part of volleyball is the attacking, right? Like, don't get me wrong, the defense is nice and like a good rally gets going, but nothing's more satisfying than spiking.
The other one I would say, and absolutely,
even for a short guy that can't jump. Like, no, not short, but even compared to you, sit next to Devyn, I feel short, even though we're probably the same height.
But I'll say, like, watching it, seeing someone spike, it's like watching a great dunk. Like, you can be Ant out there and have one of those moments where you can take the soul of the opposing team by, like, driving the ball through their body.
So, hold on. How disappointed are you that you can't sub on my rec volleyball team now because you're having another year of volleyball?
Honestly, I'm pretty disappointed. I mean, I've been coping with it, but it's just not working.
Yeah, sorry to break the
I
news
feel like
to
someone
you, but you're off the list.
If Devyn showed up, they'd be like, this is illegal. Like,
well, it technically is for her. So, like, that's what I'm getting at, is she can't play any rec games because there's, like, winning
Rules.
Team gets a free pitcher or something, so
Gotcha.
she can't unless we sign her to an NIL gig.
I don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
So one of the other things watching was like the aces, like those. Like every time I see one, I'm like, God, that just seems so rare. You play like.
Is that little chant thing
in
real?
Matt's stupid league that he had to bring up? I'm sure there's aces all the time, but like in your you guys aren't.
When I'm serving,
you guys aren't great.
It's okay.
Slash, you drink a lot of Coors Light, and the ball just. What's this? Oh, the ball.
Playing beer in hand is hard.
Yes, but like, where does that rank on the like satisfaction meter of like a great play?
A good ace, honestly, especially if it's at towards the end of the game, is like, you couldn't even pass my serve, but for me, a block, like straight down block, because they're trying to overpower you, but they literally couldn't get past you. It's like, boom, like in your face.
Yeah.
I've gotten a couple of, hey, like keep it on our side, because I'm like, let's go. But that's definitely my favorite spot, my favorite part of it, and then I feel like ace is like third after a good kill. Nah, it's like at the bottom for me. Like a good dig is pretty good too, because then it's like you're stopping somebody else, you know.
Seeing in my
I'm
head
with you. I'm into the block in my again. I play, summer ball and on the sand. My wife.
What is happening right now?
My wife loves the block. Like, she will get in the other person's face, guy or girl, on a block and like stare him down.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Can I just say,
I can feel it.
Going forward, anyone that wants to call in and equate their curling skills to Matt Hamilton, go have at it. Because Matt has multiple times now been like, well, in my volleyball league, I know the feeling. It feels good. Yeah, okay.
In his beer volleyball league.
Here's the thing. That's the beauty of sports, especially sports that can be played at a more rec level. You see the people that do it really, really well. And when something even remotely close to what happened in like an actual game happens to you, even if it's like the most unathletic move ever and they're easily getting to that ball and get it up, like I will fall down but knock the ball up and I will feel like I just flew halfway across the court when I probably just dropped to my knees.
Can you do me a favor though? Going forward in your league, you know how there was like the term like Kobe, like when you do something. Can you do like Devyn when you do something well in the volleyball?
Well, as long as I do something like Devyn-esque, I got to do something Devyn-esque.
That's the whole point of the Kobe thing. To your point.
I know, but here's the thing: I don't make plays every single week. I like to try to think I do, but it doesn't. It's not real.
When you do, time to time. Just do the
my perception of what happened to what actually happened. I've found is pretty different when I've chatted with my wife like after the game. I was like, "You see that dig I had?
Like, Matt,
that one where you literally kind of bent over and got it up into the air." I was like, "Yeah, dude,
okay,
it's up, isn't it?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Your wife's like, "You were passed out face first in the sand for the last 10 minutes of this game. That's a fever dream you had."
Hey, you know what? That counts as real for me.
All right, Devyn, thank you so much for taking the time to join the shows. Devyn Robinson, we are the new home of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball. We're thrilled about it. And Devyn, well, I'm sure we'll have her on again because she's part of the team here at ESPN Madison. Thanks for letting us be a part of the women's volleyball team. So this is Rutledge Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
You've heard them here on the radio. Real James Imaging Systems customers like Brian Bainan, owner of Midwest Rock Tops.
It's almost like they're an owner and they really do care about their businesses they serve. We definitely get a good value from James Imaging, and I'm glad they're a partner with us.
James Imaging Systems customer Sunday Heidemann, facilities coordinator with Nelnet Incorporated.
They're a great team to work with. Being a partner, we can collaborate with each other and we can make the best needs and outcome for our company.
James Imaging Systems customer Kevin Hoffman, owner, president of Event Essentials.
I consider them as an advisor, a consultant, a business partner, that sort of thing. It's just a good relationship overall.
Have less than a partner, less than a good relationship with your business technology company? Then switch to James Imaging Systems. It's easy to do. Call 920-991-9822 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Home practice is about to begin. Your daughter's new tap shoes? Loud. Your son's new tuba? Louder. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft Greystone. So if you lose track of expenses buying some noise-canceling and sanity-saving headphones, we've got your back. You got this with $50 overdraft Greystone from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott and Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. But what's right around the corner? Mother's Day. Show some love to the incredible women in your life and stop at Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. I recommend Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them.
With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise.
No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures.
It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Make the most out of your summer at Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Madison in Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Make sure you get tickets for the NTT IndyCar Series race at Road America June 6th through the 9th. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly open Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda Service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're probably being overwhelmed with information about semaglutide, the game-changing FDA-approved weight loss treatment. Jim Rutledge here. I was like you. I didn't know what it was until I saw Dr. Nessa Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. He can walk you through the benefits. He can tell you if it's right for you, and then you could come up with a plan to change your life with a workout plan and semaglutide. With that plan, I dropped 20% body fat to 10% body fat, and I dropped over 20 pounds of fat and kept my muscle. You can do the same thing. Go see Dr. Nessa Rodriguez at Carbon World Health.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Carbon World Health.
I got to do, yeah, I'm always on the move. If you get in my way, you'll catch a 1 and 2. Got a clear view, penthouse vision mood. To the top, I'm gon' pop, you gon' see me soon.
Get Out My Way by Juice WRLD. Devyn Robinson's Pump Up Music. Devyn, a star player for Wisconsin Badgers volleyball. We are now the new home for Wisconsin Badgers volleyball. We're thrilled about it. We'll start carrying those games in August. Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton with you live from the Everlight Solar Studio. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
We got a lot of kind words on the interview with Devyn and how we're handling the transition to our airwaves, so we appreciate everyone that chimed in on that. And those getting in their feelings about the weather. Come on, there's a little bit of a stick here. All right, people get defensive about the weather.
Well, yeah, you're trying to take away that sizzle.
There's nothing I hate. Weather should just be like rocks. Like, it exists. We know it. I don't have a conversation about it. I don't want it to be part of my ether. It's just tell me if I need to know, and if I don't, good. That's it. Just, it's science. We don't talk about what other sciences we talk about. It's not like a doctor goes on TV and be like, I got this surgery I'm performing. You guys want to watch? I'll tell you how I do it. No, just tell me if I need to be aware what's going on. That's it.
Yeah, so maybe they tell you a little more than you want to hear. It's fine. It's fine. It's still sunny out.
Yes, it is.
It's probably like 70-some degrees. And you'll have a great afternoon.
We will have a great afternoon because it's
your
Rutledge
update.
and Hamilton. All right. So, Matt, update us on Revive Restoration.
Well, I am having some projects done at my house from Revive, and I'm telling you what, it has been so smooth. They're so quick to get back to me if I have any questions, any sort of like bill breakdown. It's all right there, and they can do the same for you. You can go to revivepros.com and see all the ways that Revive Restoration can help you, whether it's mold remediation, fixing fire or water damage. Sometimes there's smoke damage along with that. Or, like I said, the mold remediation, even getting rid of asbestos safely for your home or business. Revive Restoration are the pros that you're looking for. Call Revive Restoration. That's 222-9222. And ask for Gina. Tell them Jim and Matt sent you. And don't worry about a thing. Revive's got your back.
844-770-3776, how you get into the show. We talked about Jordan Love and the quarterbacks that he kind of compares to early in his career. And it's tough because he's only had the 1 year of sample size. And he was, I think it's fair to say, streaky quarterback. Like, he looked at one of the best quarterbacks in the league last year and also one of the worst quarterbacks in the league last year. And you could even make times like that in college football when he played ball at Utah State. Sometimes he looked every bit one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, other times pedestrian. So Jordan Love, I think the next step for him was probably just smoothing out and having
consistency.
Yes, less of those bad games. But I wanted to ask this question, 844-770-3776. This will be our first poll question. Which quarterback will sign a contract extension first? Jordan Love, Jared Goff, or Trevor Lawrence? Now, according to our good friends at Spotrac, Trevor Lawrence, his market value based on performance and where he falls and all of that, his market value would be a average annual salary or AAV of $46.4 million on a 6-year, $278.5 million deal, would rank him 5th in the NFL amongst quarterbacks. So that one, what do you think of? I mean, that's one deal that's out there.
Right.
So,
well, I remember what you were saying about Jordan Love's.
Well, we'll get to him in a minute. So Spotrac has Jared Goff contract projection based on the mathematical equation that we use for Lawrence and for Jordan Love. 4 years, $180 million, including $150 million in practical guarantees through 2027. Now, those two are easier. Like, that's where Spotrac...
What does that second one average out to then? A year? 4 years, 180...
4 years, $180 million.
So
40-something. So
40 change.
And when
42.5.
And that's a little bit less than Kirk Cousins. I believe Kirk is
45.
But I think the guaranteed money might be higher there. Now, Spotrac has it a lot easier, and these numbers are more realistic with Trevor Lawrence and Jared Goff because they have a track record, and you can know who they are over a longer period of time and then be able to kind of place them in the right tier of the contract that would be reasonable. Jordan Love, you do not have that because Adam Schefter has said on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy that Jordan Love's contract extension is going to start with a 5 for AAV. And so that makes this number, if the Packers get this done, a steal. Spotrac has his mathematical projection. Now, this is not a mathematical projection.
It doesn't believe in math, doesn't believe in weather.
Hey, look, this contract is mathematical because it ain't happening. A 4-year extension would be $144 million of new money at $36 million per year. That ain't happening.
No.
So
feels like you got to add like at least a 10 to all those guys'
would you pay
contracts.
him? Well, no. I mean, Lawrence isn't crazy. Would you pay him Trevor Lawrence money? $46.4 million annually for 6 years, $278.
Well, considering where
million?
I think it's going to be in the 5s per year, yeah, you're definitely taking 40.
Who should get paid more, Lawrence or Love?
I mean, I think probably Lawrence because he's got a little bit of a longer. You kind of know a little bit more of what you got. Where Love
in less time too. Lawrence is a year younger as far as time in the league.
Okay, yeah, as far as time, but like Jordan went through it had a different trajectory in this league. He has a backup for a while, and he really had 10 games where he shined, and maybe those 10 games, you could argue, are well above Lawrence's average. But to think that Jordan Love is just going to stay there also doesn't seem realistic as well. Like, it would be great, but I don't think Jordan Love is going to put up the last 10 game numbers that what do you have, like 20 touchdowns and 1 pick or something in the last like 8 games or something? Like, he's not going to be able to do that year in and year out, game in and game out, right? Like, that's not the number you got to base it off of. But I also don't think he's going to have some of those stinkers that he had early in the season last year. So I kind of think you can throw some of those numbers out, and the Packers kind of have to make their own average on a smaller sample size. They can't actually treat these statistics that he put up this season as like their true basis of what they can pay him, because they got to think the highs might have been a little too high to stay consistent, and the lows are too low for what this guy is capable of. So they've got to come up with their own number in there. I think he probably ends up getting more than Lawrence.
That's insane.
I think it might be a little crazy, but I also think the Packers are ready to pay their guy and have their quarterback going into the future.
I think you're underestimating what Lawrence basically had 2 years ago, the exact season that Jordan Love had.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I know
and the
Trevor
team went
Lawrence
9-8, and they won a playoff game, and
I just know how
Jaguar
the
fans were ready for everything to be
roll,
great.
And how Packer fans roll. They're just going to put pressure on this front office because they want their guy for the future.
Do you think the Packers feel that pressure?
I think the Packers feel a little bit of pressure from us owners.
844-770-3776. I will not allow that. God. Ryan, do you want, or not want, should Jordan Love get paid more than Trevor Lawrence?
Paid more? I think his AAV could end up being higher. I don't think the total contract is higher. I think the Jaguars maybe more long-term are committed to Jordan Love. I think, like we said yesterday,
the Jaguars are more long-term committed to Jordan Love.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Thank you for holding me accountable. But yes, anyways, I think that they are more committed long-term to Trevor Lawrence than the Packers are. Because the Packers right now, their sample size is so minimal that I think it could also end up being one of those things where Trevor Lawrence maybe gets a same-size contract or maybe lower overall money, but the guarantees are higher because he's played longer, he's shown more. And I think the Jaguars, I mean, he was the number 1 overall pick a few years ago, whereas Jordan Love has really 17-game season, 8 really good games. Packers, I think, are going to want to see a little more, maybe fewer guarantees. So I'm curious to see how that full contract shakes out. AAV-wise, I think it's going to be almost exactly similar. I think whoever signs second will end up getting paid more.
So that's what's interesting to me. So we asked the question,
the timing of it.
Which QB will sign a contract extension first this offseason? Jordan Love, Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence. We had someone chiming in. Jared Goff is absolutely going to jump on an offer. I agree with that, but I feel like we're being a little disrespectful to Jared Goff because Jared Goff will get paid by someone. Jared Goff has a long track record of being a very good quarterback, and ask Kirk Cousins what gets that paid.
The Lions aren't going to mix it up now for Hendon Hooker. Right, like they're going to give him a contract, and Goff's not going to.
I think it's going to come out.
He's not going to play it with him. You know what I mean?
I think it's going to come out to be very. Yeah, I think that's a better way to put it.
It's going to be a fair contract, and Goff isn't going to shop around at all.
29-year-old Goff signing a 4 or 5 year deal puts him right in his prime with the Lions, but also allows him to maybe get one more contract on the back end of it too. So if he signs a 4-year deal at 29 years old, he comes into the league at 30, comes into the year at 30, I believe. So he wrap up this one at 34 and go into the next one at 35 in theory. Like he probably's got one more contract in there for him, so he might be happy with that number. Right now, though, 50% of you say Jordan Love, then 25% Jared Goff, 25% Trevor Lawrence.
I do kind of think Jordan Love does get signed first.
Really?
I just feel like the Packers are going to want to be all over this. Like, it's not obviously not something that was going to be instant, but like I can't see it dragging out this summer for too long.
Well, I wouldn't call it. I get the idea of dragging out. I wouldn't call it dragging out because, as you just talked about, this is a weird contract. And Jason Wilde talked about it yesterday with us. And you can listen back Wisconsin on the Man, Apple, Spotify, any of those great places. Jordan Love's contract, because it's such a weird situation to be in, might be the hardest to figure out. Because Jared Goff, you know what you got. You know exactly who he is. He's like a B-plus quarterback. And so you get the right players around him, he might look like an A quarterback. Maybe he's a B quarterback who looks like an A. However you want to break it out when you get the right pieces around him. Trevor Lawrence, you got a good feel for who he is. You've seen his highs, which is basically a season that got the team to the playoffs, kind of carried the team to the playoffs, finished 7th in MVP ratings, or not ratings, but voting 2 years ago, and completed 66% of his passes for 4,000 yards, 30 total touchdowns, led a Jaguars team to the playoffs, won a playoff game.
I mean, it looked like they were going to beat the Chiefs there, too. And then the Chiefs do what the Chiefs did.
Right,
do.
yeah. So, and that was off of an up and down rookie season, but even last year, not up to the standards of what Trevor Lawrence had set for himself, but still 66% completion percentage, 40,000 yards, 26 total touchdowns. He had too many turnovers last year. That was really but the team still won 8-8 in his starts. He didn't start all the games. But that is a quarterback who still, I think, is he probably got marginally better. You just didn't see it in the stats. So you know what you're getting out of Trevor Lawrence.
He was also injured a bit last season, too, which hurt his numbers.
Yes.
And you mentioned rookie season wasn't great. Not every quarterback has to come in and play under Urban Meyer, too.
Right. Not playing, but not even that part of it. Like, that seems like a toxic environment that he was there. So not only did Urban not assemble an NFL staff, the whole culture there was a dumpster fire, which again also puts, I think, a little bit of, I would say, temps down the fire of you can't have a rookie QB and fire the coach the first year, they're cooked. Now, if you have the right QB like Trevor Lawrence or other, I think
it didn't work with Daniel Jones, but that doesn't mean that Trevor Lawrence is the same.
But Daniel Jones was good he had the same quarterback for the first 3 years, and then he got hurt, and then had a new coach for the quarterback. But 844-770-3776 is how you get into the show. We are asking you which QB will sign an extension first this offseason. 56% of you say Jordan Love. I think his is the hardest, so I do think that he will sign shortly after Trevor Lawrence, and I think the Packers are going to try to shoot for something that is somewhat smaller than Trevor Lawrence, whether it's overall guaranteed money or yearly money. And the Packers are going to try to shoot for probably Joe Burrow money. And I think that's where it's going to land. But if you're Schefter saying it's going to be over in the fives, I'm guessing that's probably coming from...
Joe Burrow puts you up to 55.5.
Yep.
So wait, what do you think that Trevor Lawrence is going to get per year?
Well, it could be different on the average. If it's a 6-year deal, so to your point, maybe Jordan Love signs a deal that's 55 and it's 4 years and it's 55 and maybe the guaranteed money isn't as high, but it looks big.
Kind of that Daniel Jones contract structure.
Yes, but bigger. And then Trevor Lawrence might get more real money, and that could be how it breaks out. That Trevor Lawrence walks away with more real money, Jordan Love might walk away with the crown of having the highest deal.
He gets his agent gets to put out that tweet. You get that good tweet.
I'm guessing it's his agent who's telling Schefter we're coming in at 5. The Packers are telling Schefter, oh yeah, we got to pay him at least $50 million a year.
It felt like Green Bay to me.
Well,
that'd be a bad poker move.
Right.
Maybe the agent's asking for 60, and the Packers are like, hey, how about we start with a 5?
No, I think that's directly coming from the agent there at that 50 number. But 844-770-3776, you can chime in on that. We're also going to take, I'm going to throw out for the callers now, then I'll tell you about our good friends at J&K Security Solutions. But Matt's got to get out of here now because I need to get the category. I got that right for the first time ever now.
I am impressed.
Good job, Jim.
I'm very impressed, Jim. I'm glad we finally got this down. 4 months into the year.
Yes. All righty. So what is the category?
So tonight we are going to learn who this season's NBA MVP was. Now, Nikola Jokic is the odds-on favorite. He's at minus 2,500, and he is in the elite category of players who have already won multiple MVP awards in their career. So I want to ask, who are the 15 multi-time MVP award winners in NBA history? And I figure this is one where if Matt gets a few wrong here, there's enough guys on this list where he shouldn't get that many wrong, I don't think. I want to help him avoid that this time.
You want to go 5.5?
5.5?
You think that's too low? I feel like he gets them wrong. You want to go 6.5?
It is only. He also just has 1 minute. Yeah, let's do 6.5. I think 6.5 is a good line.
Alrighty, and then caller number 1 and caller number 2, 844-770-3776. Get your calling fingers out. 844-770-3776. Caller number 1 and caller number 2 are entered to play Minute to Win It. You're going to at least get a $25 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, maybe a $50 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. I'll tell you about J&K Security Solutions. Jeff over there is running a family-run business, a locally owned business. They're going to help you protect your home or your business. They have control for your home. They have commercial security for your business. They have security for your home as well, commercial fire detection. Whatever is important in your life, the folks at J&K Security Solutions can help you make it safer. go to jksecurity.com. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Watch every show live and for free on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience by going to starionbank.com. Member FDIC.
And with your Badger Minute, I'm Alex Gravatt. John Audius, the voice of Wisconsin volleyball, joined the Great Dane Huddle on Monday to announce that he'll be joining ESPN Madison to continue as the voice of Badger volleyball. Here's John on the state of the volleyball program.
The team has been on a remarkable run since Kelly, Gary, and Britt took over. Immediately, boom, you make it to the national championship in 2013. You win it all in 2021. What they've been able to do is so impressive.
You can hear that full show anywhere you get your podcast.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 60 months when you order by May 10th. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Real customers with real stories about their business technology relationship with James Imaging Systems, like owner-president of Event Essentials, Kevin Hoffman.
They've been supportive in the community. They've been a good partner and advisor. Their support's been good. It's just one less thing to worry about.
James Imaging Systems customer Brian Bainan, owner of Midwest Rock Tops, on the benefits of his relationship with James Imaging Systems.
Eliminates my headaches. It was actually an eye-opener for me, just on the cost savings and the technology that's out there.
And James customer Cindy Heidemann, facilities coordinator with Nelnet Incorporated.
I think we get a great value with James Imaging, with their service and the contracts that we have with them, that our cost stays low and we get the most for our money.
James Imaging Systems, better business technology, lower costs, more value. Call 920-991-9822 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday, and we will let you know where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes. To celebrate our love for dive bars, me and Matt are going to tell you about some of our favorites, featuring one extra special dive bar that will have $2 High Lifes on special for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin, like the Dam Bar and Grill, Antlers Pub, Whatever Bar, and the Keg in DeForest.
You've heard them here on the radio. Real James Imaging Systems customers like Brian Bainan, owner of Midwest Rock Tops.
It's almost like they're an owner and they really do care about their businesses they serve. We definitely get a good value from James Imaging, and I'm glad they're a partner with us.
James Imaging Systems customer Cindy Heidemann, facilities coordinator with Nelnet Incorporated.
They're a great team to work with. Being a partner, we can collaborate with each other and we can make the best needs and outcome for our company.
James Imaging Systems customer Kevin Hoffman, owner, president of Event Essentials.
I consider them as an advisor, a consultant, a business partner, that sort of thing. It's just a good relationship overall.
Have less than a partner, less than a good relationship with your business technology company? Then switch to James Imaging Systems. It's easy to do. Call 920-991-9822 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
The second annual ESPN Madison Open is coming soon, and you can swing into the fun. Molly Brown here. Join us on Monday, August 5th at Bishops Bay Country Club and help raise money for the Miracle League of Dane County. Purchase a whole sponsorship, and you'll help provide adaptive equipment, uniforms, and a safe, inclusive environment where every child can thrive. Interested? Email ESPN Madison Sales at goodkarmabrands.com. Sponsor a hole, donate, and make dreams come true with the Miracle League of Dane County, because every child deserves the chance to play ball.
People across Wisconsin are enjoying the rewards, stability, and flexibility of a career in healthcare. Why not you? WIS Caregiver Careers can get you started as a certified direct care professional. You'll learn the skills you need to make life better for older adults or people with a disability. All training is free and online. Plus, earn $500 in bonuses. Start your new career. Sign up today at wiscaregivercdcp.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
This update is sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. The Brewers and U.S. Cellular are celebrating the outstanding educators in our community with the Grand Slam Teacher of the Month Award. Visit brewers.com/teacher to learn more and nominate an educator today. Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
We're on Wisconsin sports like never before.
Sharing the love that all of us have for volleyball with everyone else is one of my favorite things.
The new home for Wisconsin Badgers volleyball, 100.5 ESPN.
Oh yeah, round and round, round they go. I get around. Still clown with the underground when we come around.
North and South, Seafood Smokehouse in Madison, in Verona, in DeForest, the official barbecue joint of Rutledge and Hamilton. It's also the official barbecue place of the Rutledge household, and you can have them cater. You can have it delivered. You can go and have a fantastic evening at any of their locations. North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, one of my favorite places to go with the family, and you should check them out whenever you get a chance. The brisket sandwich is still my personal favorite.
I mean, high school graduations rolling around. This is the perfect time to get them to cater your stuff.
Absolutely. And
Take that. Just check it off the list. Food, done. Don't have to worry about a thing.
Matt Hamilton knows what's up. All right, let's play Minute to Win. Let's see what he knows.
Will Matt beat the odds?
I say everything with pure confidence, whether I think I'm totally right or not.
Or crumble under pressure?
Pressure, pressure.
This is the Minute to Win It, presented by North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, with 3 locations in Madison, DeForest, and Verona.
All right, Matt, we all know you're a big NBA guy, and tonight they'll be handing out this season's Michael Jordan NBA MVP trophy. Now, Michael Jordan on the trophy himself, and I'm curious, there are actually 15 multiple-time MVP award winners in NBA history, Matt.
Oh, geez.
We want to see how many you can list in about a minute or less, all right? Simple enough. Your timer starts now.
Giannis.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is one of those players with 2.
Embiid.
Embiid just won those first time last season. So he's a one-time winner.
Does Joker have 2 yet?
Joker does have 2 as well. He's won each of the last 2 seasons. Probably going to win his 3rd tonight.
Curry for sure.
Curry also has 2.
LeBron.
LeBron is up there with 4.
That's where I might slow down a little bit. I'm wondering, did Harden win? Let's go Harden.
James Harden is a one-time winner. Only won in 2017.
Okay. Right, I thought he was 1.
He's at 2 incorrect. He's at 4 on the list so far.
Yeah. Well, Michael
Jordan is the easy one on there. He's won it 5 times.
I mean, so that was curious. How far back does this go? All MVP. So
all MVPs. Magic also on the list. He's got 3 of them. You got 15 seconds.
Larry Bird
also with 3.
Allen Iverson.
AI? Did he ever win one, Jim?
He got 1.
Yeah, he's got 1.
All right, he's got just 1 though, so that's incorrect. Now your timer.
I heard the timer, so I thought I'd just fire 1 more.
Your timer ran out, but Matt, doesn't matter because you hit it right at the buzzer. Your over and under was 6.5 today. You got 7 of them. Well done.
Good job, Matt. There you go.
Honestly, I was getting really stuck in the recency. Right? Like, I was trying to think.
When you said Embiid, I was like, oh, so he's just thinking of last season. Like, literally.
I thought he had 2 for some reason. All right, let's go through some of this list. Let's hear some of these other multi ones.
All right, well, I'll start from the bottom. And you already got Steph, Giannis, and Jokic. They've each won 2. Actually, in the past 10 years, they've all won 2. Then on that list as well, Steve Nash, 05-06.
Okay.
He's a 2-time winner. Timmy Duncan, 02-03 with the Spurs. Karl Malone in 1997, 1999.
We talked about this. Duncan and Shaq when we did the back-to-back.
Exactly.
So Shaq?
Shaq, not on the list, actually. You know who else isn't? No Kobe Bryant on the list.
Interesting.
They each got blocked because of Tim Duncan and Steve Nash. Both in their primes.
Right.
Those 2 are winning the MVPs instead of those guys. I'm surprised you didn't say either of those.
Can we set a rule going forward as a show? That we don't ever reference Karl Malone by name? Can we just do that one?
What do you want to reference him as? The Utah Jazz guy?
Yeah.
The Jazz man?
The Jazz Man.
All right, the bad Jazz Man.
They're both bad, but the bad Jazz Man.
There are other guys who played for the Jazz in the past. But anyways, then you also got Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. They've each won them 3 times. In fact, 84, 85, 86, 87, 89, 90, all claimed by either Larry Bird or Magic Johnson.
Wow.
The only one in the middle there, 88, Jim's guy Michael Jordan, who's got 5 on the list. Also on 5 with 5 on the list, Mr. Bill Russell dominated the 1960s, and he dominated it along with
Wasn't
Wilt
he the
Chamberlain.
one that the logo's based off?
No.
Who am I thinking of?
Jerry West.
Jerry West. That's right.
Surprisingly, Jerry West also does not have multiple MVPs, and that's because Bill Russell was winning them all along with Wilt Chamberlain, winning them while he was in Philadelphia playing for the Warriors and the 76ers in the 1960s.
So Wilt and Bill have multiples? Wilt
and Bill have combined for 9.
Wow.
Yes. Bill Russell has 5, Wilt has 4, and at the very tippy top of the list with 6 NBA MVPs in his history, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 3 with the Milwaukee Bucks, 3 with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, the last guy on this list, I want to throw him at you, see if you have any idea who this could be. You too, Jim. This player won the NBA MVP award in 1956 and 59 while playing for the St. Louis Hawks. Any idea who this is?
St. Louis Hawks, Oscar Robertson.
Not Oscar Robertson. I think he's playing in the 70s with Kareem. He would have been pretty old if he was starting in the 50s, but decent guess.
I have no idea.
But you say everything with complete confidence, even though you know you're wrong. Say something.
I have complete confidence. I have no idea.
That's no fun. Well, it was Bob Pettit. Bob Pettit. Yeah.
The other one I was thinking of was Bob Cousy. I'm like, did he play anywhere before the Celtics? But
it's Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing was
the
your
guy
guess?
with the ice center, the Pettit Ice Center. It's the same one.
Oh, it must be.
Yeah,
I mean,
it has to be.
There's only like one Pettit in all of history, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And then the other guy I forgot to mention, Moses Malone, also has 3.
Wouldn't have got that. I feel bad about not getting Bill Russell and Wilt.
I thought for sure you were going to get it wrong with Kobe and Shaq. I thought you were going to say both and get 2 incorrect answers.
Wow. Well, take that.
Yeah, good job, Matt Hamilton.
Nailed it.
You did.
Hey, did our caller pick me, or did they have zero faith in me?
Nick and Madison did take the over on you today, Matt. So congratulations, Nick. Well done.
Nick, thank you for your ongoing confidence in me.
Unbridled confidence in Matt Hamilton, getting just half over the over-under today.
Jim, that's a good line. What can I say?
Ryan did contribute this time around, so
yeah.
We'll give Ryan some credit on as well. This is Rutledge Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
Hey, it's Alex Stroh. Summer's coming quick. You better celebrate it right with my friends from Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits made locally in Door County. Talk about classic. How about that green bottle of gin, the multiple-time award-winning single malt whiskey? And when it comes to Door County, you can't leave out the cherry-flavored vodka. Find them all at a retailer near you or check out their website with a huge list of unique cocktail recipes at DoorCountyDistillery.com. That's DoorCountyDistillery.com.
Hey, this is Eric Name of The Athletic. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and ESPN Madison is your new home for Wisconsin Badgers volleyball. New season, new conference, new opponents, new radio home. But the same goal to win a national title. Listen to every match all season long beginning this fall on 100.5 ESPN. Also, current volleyball player for UW Badgers, Devyn Robinson, joined Rutledge and Hamilton during the first hour of the show today. You can listen back to that appearance on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you happen to get your podcasts. Also, today in Wisconsin sporting news, the Milwaukee Brewers falling in their final game of a 3-game road series against the Royals, losing 6-3 in that one. Christian Yelich was reinstated from the 10-day IL, and he played his first game since April 12th today. He played as the DH, but he went 0 for 5 in his day back with the Brewers. Brewers will start a new 3-game road series against the St. Louis Cardinals beginning tomorrow at 7 p.m. Meanwhile, the Green Bay Packers, they added 11 new players in the 2024 NFL Draft. Rookie camp ran this past weekend. ESPN draft analyst Matt Miller ranked his 100 best picks, steals, and fits from the 24 draft. Read that at ESPNWisconsin.com.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or MetroKiaofMadison.com.
You got the chill.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and Matt Hamilton.
People like me.
That's some booty, Jim.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
Everyone is so mean to me.
I am Jim Rutledge.
You never go full Rutledge.
We all know never to go full Rutledge, but you should never go full Hambone on a weekday night. There is not a lot of things more satisfying than...
If I had to rank a show...
Well, who's number one?
Rutledge and Hamilton show.
Oh, get out.
So I just call it Rutledge.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio. With Matt Hamilton, here's Jim Rutledge.
You know what? You should just call it Rutledge. Every morning, I hear Evan Cohen on Unsportsmanlike talk about True Green, and you're a big golf guy. Their whole big thing is like they're like the lawn care folks of the PGA. I've heard Evan Cohen talk about it.
Huh.
So I said, you know what? It's good enough for the PGA. It's good enough for Evan. It's good enough for me. So they came out today, and apparently they made like a second run today, and I got a message. I won't say the name because I didn't clear if I could say their name, but I got a message saying, I'm texting you because I believe this is Jim that has his own radio show. Not the radio show with Matt Hamilton, just my own radio show that is happening right now. And then was asking if I needed some fertilizer for the trees in the backyard. So he just missed my wife as she was probably coming home or leaving. I don't know. Either way. But they're going to come back. That's the service, though, from True. Like, they texted you, get a lot of text messages. You can do the app. They text and say, hey, we want to come back out and take care of this.
That's transparency.
It's fantastic.
Gotta love it.
I'm looking forward to it. I can't stand... The worst part is with little kids, they find dandelions pretty. And so they're like, pull them apart. They're like, they bring them in from other yards. So it's like, no, stop it. Like, I don't want these in my yard. The kids, at least my kids, like, they're pretty. They're awful.
Yeah, it's a weed.
I don't like weeds in my yard. Are you big? Ryan doesn't have a yard. What about you? I don't have a great yard. It's not a bad yard. Like, it's a good, landscaped yard, and it's got, I would say the grass level is the problem with it.
Right.
Because I'm not good at maintaining the grass. Backyard's just foobar. Like, I got a dog. I got the big play system set from Rainbow. I got a pool that I put up. We have a bunch of trees, some big chairs from Bruce Company. I got the big porch out there. It's just too much, and it's all just tore up. Like, and it's just a matter of I do some spot treatment. That's one of those. In like 10 years, I'll be like, okay, let's get after the backyard now. The play system will go. We actually can have a backyard that can be used. The sad part is then it'll just be bittersweet because then the kids are gone. They're not gone, but about 10 years they both will be gone or pretty close to it. Don't tell my wife; she'll start crying if she hears that part of it. But it's one of those things by the time the backyard's nice and it'll look nice. If a backyard looks nice, it means you don't have any kids,
or animals,
or animals. That's basically it. Because otherwise, they're just gonna rip it up.
Yeah, that's my problem right now. Is I've got 2 dogs, big dogs. And my backyard is on a slope. Yeah. So when those dogs try and make a turn on the hill, they just tear up the grass.
Right.
Like I'm ready to give up on it and just try and plant Creeping Charlie.
There you go.
Like I'm gonna plant an evergreen weed, just because grass don't hang with pups. That said, I've always been envious of people that really do the lawns right. Like this sounds like such a homeowner thing. Like, because I remember back in the day when I used to go on YouTube, it'd be like end of the world video and all these dumb videos for for no reason, have no purpose. And now I find myself, I'm watching guys dethatch their lawn and learning if I can do it, or
is that where you get the
really aggressive metal rake and you can pull up all the dead grass. Yeah. So I've seen dethatching videos. I'm watching these guys who have the lawnmowers golf courses on the green that are just, you can cut it to a half an inch tall. Not us, am I right?
Not right. That's the thing though. I 844-770-3776. Do you
Do you
get
have
lawn
lawn envy?
Yes. Yeah. Do you get wow, we were
Wow. You guys were the most in sync you've been all year.
marking down 5:09 on May 8th, 2024 is the most in sync that Matt Hamilton and I have ever been. So mark that down. But 844-770-3776. Do you get yard envy? Because that's part of it was
Brian, this is what you have to look forward to.
Yeah, I know.
Being a homeowner.
You want to talk about?
Can't wait.
You want to talk about recycling?
You won't.
Get it out.
And here's the thing: you won't have yard envy until you go buy a yard, and after you've like looked at houses and stuff,
Yeah.
and you've started to like do that like
I know.
homeowner thing. That's when you're gonna like start noticing, and especially when your yard sucks, like
Yeah.
mine kind of does right now. I go by people who have nice yards and like, ugh.
Well, because the worst part for yours is like you have a nice lot and it has potential, but it's just
So much work.
Right.
Yeah.
And like skill. Like that's the other part of it. It's
Yeah.
not just the amount of work.
Most
There's-
of it for me is time. Like,
Right.
yard work's not hard. It's
I'm saying like planting the grass and all, like getting the
Yeah.
grass to actually grow, and like where you're having the problem and like keeping the dogs away.
Mm-hmm.
And, like there's a strategy, and then there's a whole thing you'd have to do.
yeah.
Like I
There's
feel
a
like
thing
if it-
called topsoil.
Right. Yeah.
I thought all dirt worked for grass. Nope. The dirt I've got isn't good enough dirt in the backyard. That's the other reason the dogs can tear it up. The dirt's no good.
You know, it's
Sounds like a Seinfeld bit.
right. I
You
know.
got bad dirt.
But here's the
dirt's
other
no
thing:
good.
you feel like pressure then. Like my pressure.
Keeping up
My-
with the Joneses.
Right. And
Yeah.
the neighborhood I lived prior, it wasn't a bad neighborhood, but like people didn't care as much about the yard, and it was fine. But now it's like my neighbor across the street, you can play ball on that. Like it looks like
Right.
AmFam Field across the street, and I would say the majority of them feel like that.
Oh, baby, now this is some breaking news.
Guys, I have some heartbreaking breaking news for the Bucks. Sham Sharani of The Athletic just reporting that Milwaukee Bucks forward Thanasis Antetokounmpo has sustained a torn Achilles tendon and will be undergoing surgery this offseason, guys.
Which one?
Thanasis, unfortunately.
Jesus.
I
Christ,
mean,
you can't do
guys,
that to my heart.
I know. He scared the bejesus out of me, too. But I got to say, to lose a member of the core four like this early in the offseason, I don't know how the Bucks are recovering from this one.
What? Forget the Bucks. What's happening with the podcast?
The podcast? Oh, the analysis?
Yeah.
He can do it with like a cast on, right?
You don't cast it, do you? What do you do? Like boot it?
Yeah, it's probably
Boot
a
it.
boot.
I mean, Chris Finch is coaching from the sidelines with the torn patellar. I
I'm
mean,
just saying,
Thanasis
like,
can't podcast.
I don't want to miss an episode. I remember spraining my ankle, like sitting down, like you have a bad sprain. It hurts
Throbs.
after a while. Yeah.
I
So
mean,
I'm saying Thanasis is going to play through pain for the Thanalysis podcast.
I mean, for sure, he is the grittiest guy on the team. But how did he tear his Achilles?
I mean, Matt Hamilton will tell you that athletes don't just show up and play. Sometimes, and they even enjoy the sport they play. Like Matt plays in like beer league curling.
Yeah.
And maybe Thanasis wanted to actually just play some basketball. Didn't play a lot this year.
So he's playing like some pickup and he tore his Achilles.
Well, I don't think like pickup, like he went down to like North Ave in Milwaukee and started playing ball. I feel like
Went
he
down
probably,
to the Y.
Right. I think he probably went to the
Crossing up some old men.
Yeah, probably went to the practice facility and was playing against some of the players there.
Man, this is crazy. I just did not expect to see this in a million years. I mean, I saw Antetokounmpo and I legitimately freaked out for a second. I was very scared.
Do some research.
I still broke the breaking news because it's part of the core four either way.
But
No,
it's
for sure.
definitely breaking news. Now, I just want to know, is he going to follow like, medical doctors or is he going to go cuckoo like Aaron Rodgers? Who gets his advice from a man who literally has worms in his brain. So, like, that's where we're at in the world right now.
One can only hope, Jim. One can only hope there's some sanity in Wisconsin sports.
Here's
For
the thing.
someone.
Yeah.
Go get the medical attention, but if you want to put crystals on your leg, it's not going to hurt.
Right. Well, that's a good point. Yes.
Like, go for if you're going to listen to dolphin noises, it's not going to hurt.
Right. Yeah. If you want to think it could speed it up, great.
Yeah, I'm
Who
all
knows?
about the placebo effect.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to make that a hotkey, too. All about the placebo effect for Matt Hamilton.
Perfect. You'll have a lot of use for it.
I sure will.
Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. I've had a better buying experience out there. You can have one as well. Go to Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb if you're looking for a new or new to you Chevy Silverado or Colorado. We're going to throw some stones. Coming up next is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and two-time 2024 National Curling Champion Matt Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Jim Rutledge here to talk to you about North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, the official barbecue joint of Rutledge and Hamilton and the official barbecue joint of the Rutledge household. We love going to all three of their locations, whether it's in DeForest, Madison, or in Verona. We get the same great service and food every time we go, no matter the location. Even better, when we have parties, cookouts, or anything in between, I don't have to spend all my time over the grill. Instead, I give a call to the folks at North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. So hurry in to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, the official barbecue joint of Rutledge and Hamilton and the official barbecue joint of the Rutledge household.
With Mother's Day around the corner, it's important to ask yourself the following question. Do you have marketing only a mother could love? It is estimated that 1 out of every 1 mother loves their own child's marketing. If you think you might be afflicted with this condition, connect with Backflip to make something awesome. Our award-winning commercials, videos, and websites are sweet enough to make every mother proud, not just your own. Check us out today at letsbackflip.com. That's letsbackflip.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting rules for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out.
Guys, let's get real about your hair loss. How long have you been wearing a hat, hiding thinning hair, or a rapidly growing bald spot? Just stop it. You're not a 12-year-old little leaguer, you're a grown man. It's time to take action. Let the hat go and get your real hair back permanently with Bosley. You heard that right. Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. And right now, Bosley is giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone that texts MORE to 200-300. Plus, text right now and get a link to this month's incredible deals. Join the millions of people who come to Bosley and see just how awesome your hair could look. Text MORE to 200-300 for your absolutely free information kit and a free $250 gift card off, plus a special link to incredible deals. Text MORE to 200-300 now. Text MORE to 200-300.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday, and we will let you know where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes. To celebrate our love for dive bars, me and Matt are going to tell you about some of our favorites, featuring one extra special dive bar that will have $2 High Lifes on special for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin, like the Dam Bar and Grill, Antlers Pub, Whatever Bar, and the Keg in DeForest.
Matt Hamilton here to tell you about my friends at Revive Restoration. Nobody plans for accidents to happen, but when they do, you can count on Revive to be professional, efficient, and detail-oriented as they make things right again. Revive Restoration.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Rutledge and Hamilton continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. I am Jim Rutledge. joined by Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton. We are presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue. You know what to do.
And that's crush. Coors Light.
Our next guest here crushes it every time he's on KBN. He was brought on to be like the foil, but he's coming into more friendly territory here because, Cap, I'll start with this. I love the hat you're wearing. I dragged my feet and didn't pick it up because you're wearing the draft hat that Caleb Williams was wearing when he was taken #1 overall by the Chicago Bears. Is that correct?
Yeah. I am wearing the draft hat. Yes, I am. And look, Ben Brust is a guy who can be bought and paid for. He was a Mundelein kid right up north of here. He was a Bear fan. Oh, you want me to play in Wisconsin and be a Packer fan? Pay me. Okay. If Good Karma Brands buys a station in Minneapolis, Ben Brust will be frickin' dressed like a Viking.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong.
He's 100% right. Ben and we became friends texting about the Bears when he played for the Badgers. And I feel up until like 3 years ago. Then he just flipped.
I mean,
yeah, he is.
Everyone's got to leave the dark side eventually. You either convert to the light side or you let the darkness consume you. That's a little Star Wars for you.
There you go.
That is correct. So when my boss, Danny Zetterman, said, hey, can you go on with these guys? I went, an Olympian and a Bears fan? Done. I'm in.
Well, we appreciate you having you on. Even if you are wearing Bear stuff, Jim appreciates it. I think it's, tasteless.
But You're nervous. You're nervous.
No, I'm just excited that you guys have hope for the first time since '85. So good for you. I'm glad you guys have something to look forward to. I am curious, do you think that Caleb Williams, even though you guys are 0-10 in the last 10, is the rivalry back on now? Or do you guys have to do something first for the rivalry to be back?
Well, since we're going to become the hammer and you're going to be the nail,
yeah,
I would say the rivalry is back on. I was at Lambeau for the first time. We own a home in Oshkosh.
Okay.
And so we're up there all the time. And I wear my Bears gear to whatever bar, restaurant, on my boat, wherever we're at. And when I went to Lambeau this year, I'm walking out and I had my Walter Payton jersey on. My wife had a Justin Fields jersey. And like 40 people surround us and start chanting, please keep Fields. I went, that's not happening.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a done deal. They were moving on.
I was one of those guys. Classic. Here's the thing, though. You just described every Wisconsinite's worst nightmare. Someone who lives in Illinois and travels up north. You're pardon my French, you're a fib.
I'm not a blanket because I have Wisconsin plates. I registered my car so that the police up there don't go, oh, there's a fib, let's get him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, well, at least you're playing chess and not checkers. That's good.
Yeah, I saw Wisconsinites hates all the money brought up from Illinois. Gets them really, really upset.
I just don't like it that when I go down there, I got to pay for the roads that I'm on, and you guys got to come up here and just drive on my tax dollars.
I gotcha.
That's the real beef.
Right. I did have a good time at Lambeau.
Yeah, I mean, so other than that experience, like, did you think the fans dogged you pretty hard, or do you think it was like some playful ribbing that you would expect from, like, your brother to the north?
Yeah, it was playful ribbing. I actually had a great time, and they were super nice. We hung out at the Tundra Trio and got ready, got croisened up. We had a great time. I think it's a super cool place to go watch a football game. And I just keep thinking back, you guys are younger than me, to when Kevin Butler from 53 yards drilled one to beat the Packers at the gun at Lambeau, and I'm hoping days like that are coming.
Yeah, Cap.
Hold on, did you pay for your ticket?
I did. A friend of mine who is a Packers season ticket holder was in Europe, and he sold me his tickets.
All right. Jimmy, you want to elaborate for that for me?
So I just have a rule that
Jim's such a hater.
Lambeau's beautiful, but I won't spend a nickel of my own money to go to Lambeau Field. So whether it's a press pass or if I'm given a free ticket and if I can expense the drinks, then I will go. Otherwise,
you're such a bum.
I'm not giving them a nickel. I think that should hold respect.
No. I mean, I don't blame you. The
Keith
last
Williams
10 times
got me hooked up at the Tundra Trio,
Yeah.
so that was free, the food and everything else. But
awesome.
I had to pay for the tickets.
Well, good for you. Thanks for contributing to Lambeau and that storied franchise.
All right, so the vibe in Chicago, Cap, Up here, I have to deal with it from all sides, and I'm just told that I'm the idiot. Even though I was never fully in on Mitch or Justin, I had hope, but I was still skeptical. Matt, you can tell I'm definitely different with Caleb right now. But what is the view and the excitement in Chicago? Do people view this Caleb pick as the true franchise changer that I think it is?
First of all, I think you and I are correct that it is different. I talked to a Bears player the other day, and he said, dude, I love Justin. He's a great person. This is totally different. He said, I'm telling you, this dude is built different, and it's going to be a fun run for the next God knows how many years. But here, he was at the Cubs game on Saturday. It was him, Braxton Jones, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet. They're all in a skybox, and the PA announcer says, how about a hand for the newest Bears quarterback, Caleb Williams? And they show him, stands up, waves to everybody, 40,000 standing ovation. It's just different. It is different. And then he started the bear claw. He's doing this. Yeah. Now everybody's all in on the bear claw. I think it's super cool.
So that's a thing now.
Yeah, because of
bear
Caleb.
claw.
So, Cap, I have this other theory that, look, you're talking about the Green Bay Packers and cheese on their head, so back up a little bit.
I know. We don't have anything.
I think Caleb, because of the way he carries himself and the confidence, obviously the ability is more important, I think he could supercharge this rivalry because I think he could really get under the skins. Look, his idol on the football field was Aaron Rodgers. I think he could have that sort of really upset Packer fans very quickly with how confident and some of the way he plays, whether it's the bear claw or the confidence, the bravado, the painted nails. I think he can supercharge this rivalry with good play.
I completely agree with you, just like Aaron did, and God bless him. And people hate when I say I'm a fan of Aaron Rodgers. I am. The guy's a great football player. I know he's a Jet now, but I had begrudging respect for him with the I own you, I effing own you, all that stuff. I want us to have something like that. And can you imagine Caleb Williams throwing his fourth touchdown pass in a blowout of the Packers at Lambeau, and then he's giving you the claw? Oh, my God. It would be amazing.
Hamilton?
You're delusional. You are absolutely delusional if you think he's throwing for 4 tutties at Lambeau.
I mean, Justin Fields threw for 4 touchdowns twice last year, not at Lambeau. It's
not at Lambeau.
Odd to think that Caleb can do it.
I'm not saying he's not going to have a 4-touchdown game. I'm just going to say it's not going to happen at Lambeau.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, my God. You don't have the 85 Bears playing defense for you now.
No, that's a good point. We don't have the 85 Bears playing defense for it, but we also don't have what Caleb's coming in with that everyone's touting as the best offense in the NFC. You've got one receiver who is amazing. That's DJ Moore. Keenan Allen, he's 32.
Keenan Allen's not amazing? Go back and look at his season.
He's great. Don't get me wrong, but the guy's 32.
He came off a career year.
Not necessarily, and he's always had really great quarterbacks. Caleb Williams, unproven. You've got a journeyman running back that you're touting as a top 5 guy. Yeah, this is third team. That's the definition of a journeyman.
Traded
they
the
didn't want him on 2 different teams, so you're picking up scraps at running back. The other 2 guys are nobodies. Khalil Herbert, hardly ever heard of him. Roshan Johnson, yeah, thanks for picking up the scraps of the third scratch.
Are you excited about your third round pick?
And then Cole Kmet, me. He doesn't move the needle. You guys, at least your offensive line is not abysmal like it was.
Every player you listed are better than the skill positions
better
for the
than
Packers.
Who's your tight end?
You don't even have to worry about who our tight ends are. Either one of them. Tucker Kraft's going to torch you.
Mm-hmm.
We could still do it with Josiah DeGuara, but Musgrave is going to get after you. I'm not buying into this Bears hype yet. You guys got to win before the rivalry's got juice.
The rivalry has juice. KBN just did the whole show on how they don't care about Bears fans.
Kyle's a soft Packer fan. If you are a true Packer fan, you know that the Packers don't have anything to prove to the Bears until the Bears can show that they can hold their own jocks in the stadium. And they haven't been able to do that for 10 games under Matt LaFleur.
It's going to end, and it's going to end quickly. And I think Caleb...
Give it another year. Then they'll have a shot.
They're going to split this year.
No.
Absolutely. And the Bears' offense will be more productive. I don't know about wins, but the Bears' offense will be more prolific than the Packers. Those two things I feel good about.
I think
Cap,
we
what do you
win
think?
11 football games this year.
I like
Bears
11.
go 11
You
and
can
6.
cut that number in half, and I'll take the under.
They won 7 the year before, and
I
now they
know.
added the best overall
They had a
player in the
guy who
draft.
had his season under his belt.
They had a guy. Justin Fields is returning kicks for the
Not
Steelers.
everybody does what C.J. Stroud does.
What about Justin Herbert? He did it the year before that.
His rookie season?
Yes. He did. He put up huge numbers.
Put up huge numbers, but the team was
The Bears were a 7-win team last year, Matt. Everyone seems to forget that, Cap. Like, everyone seems to forget that Chicago won 7 games last year. That they had a magnificent trade that gave them this position.
You guys
look at the talent. We have a more talented team than you do.
Oh, my gosh. Talent. Here's the thing. There's plenty of teams that are super talented. It's a lot about how they work together. You can have an all-star team. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. They looked great last year on paper. One of the best teams in the NFL. What happened to them? Pooped their pants when they played the Packers.
What is that guy, Herb Brooks and Miracle? I'm not looking for the best players, Craig. I'm looking for the right
for
players.
chemistry. You don't need great players. You just need a cohesive unit that can move the ball down the field and a defense that is going to stop at nothing but to stop you guys. So
Packers defense is bad.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 35.
Well,
so
what's
all
it like
I've
to
ever
have to go
experienced
through-
is amazing quarterback play.
Yeah, he's spoiled.
And now to know that at age 35, the next 20 years, you're just going to get your ass beat by your rival.
You know what? I like hearing it because I know it's not going to happen. So, like, I'm here for this, the trash talk. But until someone on the Bears, we literally, rookies reported for minicamp, and the Bears fans are just, we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. We're the best team in the NFC.
Bettors are saying the Bears might be best team in the NFC.
Yeah, because bettors are looking at those super long odds because the Bears look juicy at 10,000 to 1.
I don't think they're 10,000
How
to
about
1.
this? How do you get somebody to pay attention to the Packers schedule reveal? You call Bears fan Barstool Big Cat, ask him to be a part of the schedule reveal for the Packers. That's what they did.
We're just looking. It's the troll. You got to troll.
No,
if you want
you're
attention.
obsessed with the Bears. You're afraid of the Bears. Now they're
Afraid's
finally
not
ready
the
to
right
play.
word. I'm
No,
glad you're
because
finally
once
ready
they
to
pass
play.
you, they're going to stay past you, and then you have to eat it every day. Like, I get it. I get the fear.
All-time record? Do we need to go to all-time record?
Oh my God, really?
That's a lead. That's a lead for the old Green Bay Packers.
You're ripping 1985 and you're dropping back 100 years of football. Like, that's your 1985. Bears fans are obsessed with that, and you go with all-time record.
You want to go from 85 on? I bet the Packers have more wins.
They
than the
probably
Bears.
do.
Yeah.
We're talking about we're talking about the future.
You had 40 years of Hall of Fame quarterback play, and you won 2. Oh my God! I actually would see if they'd let us into the UFL if I was a Packer.
It's gonna hurt when Caleb has more than Favre and Rodgers combined.
Oh my gosh, you guys are literally delusional right now. If you think
that's
Caleb's
gonna
going to have
happen.
more than one Super Bowl at most.
Oh, you'll have
And
to.
I can't see that happening because you're going to have to go through the North.
You know the guy that scouted
Tom
Patrick Mahomes?
Brady's sweating, kid.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, you guys are delusional. You guys know how crazy you sound right now? Wisconsin Airwaves, you're like, Caleb Williams, Brady better watch out, his 7 rings.
You put it wherever you want, it still makes it true.
Oh my gosh. This is hilarious. Do you want to come on more often? Because I cannot wait to just get into like week 3. Bears 0-3. Offense not clicking. News around the NFL is that Justin Fields might come back from Pittsburgh. I can't wait for it. I can't wait.
We don't need a kick returner. Yeah. We're good there.
Yeah. the Bears,
new tight end, baby.
Prospects like Caleb Williams, who was scouted by Ryan Poles, who scouted Patrick Mahomes, historically hit. Like, you look.
I wouldn't brag about this. Ryan Poles also scouted Pat Mahomes and then passed for Mitch Trubisky.
Ryan Poles was
in
Kansas
that was
City.
Ryan Pace.
Hamilton.
It seemed like a brag for the Bears. I was like, that's a mistake.
No. He scouted
that's
in Kansas City.
Ryan.
Yes. The Poles and Pace are close, but the Bears' current GM was a key part of picking Mahomes. And guys, you look at Joe Burrow, you look at Trevor Lawrence, you look at Andrew Luck. Those are the QBs of the caliber that Caleb Williams is compared to.
We all know.
Oh, he's getting nervous, man.
We all know how first-round quarterbacks turn out. They're
number one overall picks do usually work out.
A lock.
They're as close to a
I
lock as
heard
you're going
that
to get.
the farmers market in Madison, which is one of the best in the United States, They're actually going to open a Bears booth now because there's going to be so much action for the Bears.
They're going to sell bear claws.
Yeah, they're going to sell
bear claws.
Bear claws
and coffee. Bear claws
all
and coffee.
beef and all beef hot dogs, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Man.
Cap, that's awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
You're killing me, Cap.
Any time I pass through the Cheddar Curtain, I'm there every weekend. Anytime, man.
Fantastic. All right, thank you. It's David Kaplan. You can hear him, Cap and Jay Hood, on ESPN 1000 every weekday, 7A to 10A. And he's got the recap on YouTube. Fantastic stuff there. I'm Jim Rutledge. He's Matt Hamilton. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Free Food Friday on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Vintage Brewing Company. Whether you're looking to get carry-out, delivery, or dine-in, Vintage Brewing has lots of great options on their menu. Vintage Brewing Company prides themselves on being a great place to hang out and enjoy classic Midwestern hospitality. Vintage Brewing Company has multiple award-winning beers, so be sure to try one the next time you're in. Head to vintagebrewingcompany.com to make a reservation today. That's vintagebrewingcompany.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because they never charge over the MSRP.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance. And you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote. Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Waiting to see a general surgeon? With Stoughton Health, it's always easy access, with most appointments within a week. And with over 160 insurances accepted, you're covered and in good hands. For more information, visit stoughtonhealth.com. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday, and we will let you know where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes. To celebrate our love for dive bars, me and Matt are going to tell you about some of our favorites, featuring one extra special dive bar that will have $2 High Lifes on special for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin, like the Dam Bar and Grill, Antlers Pub, Whatever Bar, and the Keg in DeForest.
Hey, it's Hunter Vaughn. ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see teams making an impact in their community. Nominate your local team today at ESPNMadisonGameChangers.com.
This is Madison's new home for Wisconsin Badgers volleyball.
National semifinalist for the 6th time.
We're on Wisconsin Sports. 100.5 ESPN.
I'm hot like the prodigal son. Big up Bartolini, meeny, money, mo, and flower. You're the chosen one.
Who else stands out on that list that you remember him talking about? Packers draft
from Wisconsin volleyball.
Ross Virgo was one.
David Kaplan from ESPN with
picked in the guard from Iowa, picked in the first round. John Michaels.
Those great places.
Didn't miss anything with Kaplan.
You were great, Matt.
Go Bears. It was like, okay, Devyn.
You what?
Okay, Kaplan.
I think you said Devyn.
I said.
Did he?
He said Devyn.
Okay.
He said
I'm sorry, I screwed that up.
That's why I wanted to circle back. I'm like, I don't think we talked about the Bears with Devyn. You were great,
Glad
Matt.
we didn't.
I loved it. I was proud of Matt. He was.
You did well.
I mean, we had a big market guy. I just was like, this guy's he's got coming in with a full chamber, and I'm just like, this guy's a professional. He's from Chicago, tough market, tough fans.
Love it.
But then when I found out that he was literally is a fib, I thought that was great.
Do you think they don't exist? You're I've never met one in real life.
Well, I mean, I haven't taken the time other than to say we're not a drive as they go flying past me in the fast lane. That's the longest conversation I've had.
So, what are the old things that Matt Hamilton has done today?
One of the old
Slow
things.
No, I'm saying, what are they? That's the third one. There was.
I mean, they were talking about beach volleyball, comparing himself to Devyn. That wasn't an old thing. That was just a Matt thing.
Yeah, I just do that with everybody.
Also talking about the color TV with the Weather Channel because it's not in black and
he
white.
said he preferred the Weather Channel over MTV. That's what one of them
there
was.
was.
Yes.
Talk about my lawn.
Yeah, talk about the lawn, and now upset about Illinois drivers.
Too fast. Slow it down.
Slow and steady.
We all got a fish fry to get to, okay?
Slow and steady wins the race. All right, let's throw some stones.
The guys think they have the answers to everything.
I'm the best there is. People like me.
So it's time to put them to the test.
That's some booty, Jim.
That's just like your opinion, man.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Yeah, guys, we all know that sticks and stones may break our bones, but Matt, I don't know about you, but I am sick and tired of all that Bears talk. Ugh.
Wash your mouth
that
out.
was insufferable.
It's brutal.
Right. So I'm actually going to throw this to a little bit of Packers talk, though maybe not the happiest of Packers talk. So current de facto Patriots GM Elliott Wolf was on Adam Schefter's podcast this week, and he posted this clip earlier this morning talking to Elliott Wolf about one of the possible players that the Packers could have drafted back in the 1996 NFL draft. Why don't we give it a listen?
Was one tackle from USC. Now that one didn't work out. That's actually an interesting story because they were getting ready to draft Ray Lewis, and Baltimore picked him right before, the pick before, and then they ended up picking John Michaels. So he got his prediction right, but it would have been a lot better to get Ray Lewis.
Wait, hold on. So the Packers would have taken Ray Lewis if he were available, and he went right before them?
The pick before.
And were you in the war room to watch the proceedings surrounding that?
I was.
And what do you remember about that?
There was some disappointment because they actually had Ray on the phone. They were talking to Ray, and the Baltimore was still on the clock. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
And so what do you remember about that disappointment and then being on the phone with him?
So good.
Just, they thought Ray was one of the best players in the draft. I mean, there were games where Ray had 20 tackles. And, I know that's easy to say now. He's one of the best linebackers of all time, first ballot Hall of Famer, all that. But, he was kind of seen as an undersized middle linebacker back in the day. And
now, Matt, you look catatonic listening to that right now. If you're watching on our video stream, you have the blankest of faces because While Ray Lewis did go at number 26 in that year's draft, the Packers took John Michaels, who apparently lasted not even one full season.
USC, right? Tackle?
Looks like, he was an offensive tackle, and he came from USC, correct. Wow, Jim is just a historian.
Did they? Oh,
yeah, he did say that.
No, Jim Rutledge is just the historian of Packers.
I just remember that pick. That's all. I mean, but you might have said that one.
All right, so I want to ask you guys, was this the biggest what-if in Packers history, possibly having Ray Lewis teamed up with, at the time, Reggie White was on that Packers team? Would that have been the biggest what-if in Packers history, Matt?
I mean, here's the reason it's not, is because this is the first time I've heard this. That's the reason it's not, because the big what if was Packers not taking Barry Sanders.
When they took Tony Mandrich?
Yes.
1992 draft, I believe?
That, for me, is always going to be, well, until something crazier comes up, that's the biggest what if. This is crazy, too, because not just does it probably drastically change the trajectory of your ball club, if you had a guy like Ray Lewis, it might change Ray Lewis's trajectory a little bit. So it's very interesting. He obviously had a great career in Baltimore. There's no guarantee it would have been as good in Green Bay, and maybe not better. But that is a pretty big miss. It's definitely a top 3, probably second, because the only other one I can think of is Barry.
Jim, what do you think? What's a bigger miss?
There's TJ Watt.
TJ Watt with Kevin King later on in the draft.
And when we've talked about it before. I mean, you could have had Patrick Queen, you could have had T. Higgins.
I mean, those aren't even remotely close to
Jordan
this.
Love. I agree, but those players might have gotten a Super Bowl. The other one,
the Watt one's close.
The
I'll
Watt
give you
one
the
is
Watt
close.
one. That puts you in the ballpark. The other ones, there's no guarantee that T. Higgins gets you past Tampa Bay.
But to me, this could be the biggest miss because he was there. Like, I mean, the Barry Sanders one, it's not. Tony Mandrich was the pick. Like, it's just one of it's like the Caleb one. Like, you were taking Tony Mandrich. The Packers would have been laughed out of the league if they didn't take Tony Mandrich. It was back in that day when there was the guy and you were going to take that guy. Tony Mandrich was viewed as the greatest offensive line, maybe NFL prospect of all time. He took steroids, and that you tricked everyone.
Look, Kevin King had a great scouting report coming out of college too, Jim. That's all I'm saying.
So I'm just saying that, like, I get the Barry thing, but it's one of those where it's kind of like nobody gets on the was it the Rockets took Elijah on 1?
Yep.
Like,
and
nobody gets mad
Jordan.
at that, and then because Jordan was 3. Sam Bowie was the missed pick. But
that's Tony Mandrich.
Sam Bowie, yes.
Right.
That one.
And I'm not saying that, like,
they didn't take because they had Clyde Drexler. Like, that's a bad miss.
Sure, you can have a like it could.
But this
they're
was
going to
on
laugh
the
at you at the
phone.
draft, but they would have been laughing all the way to
it's
the
just-
bank with their Super Bowls.
But, like, you're asking too much. Just like with the Jordan Love ones, even the TJ Watt one, I would say that TJ Watt and Ray Lewis are the closest together because you had Ray Lewis on the phone. Like, you were
but
picking
also,
him.
they like he said, he was undersized at the time. He wasn't seen as this lights-out prospect. He was
Right.
actually
But I'm
that
saying
was the
if he-
Ravens' second pick in that year's draft.
I was just saying, though, the fact that, like, they would have had we just assume they had the same career, and they were so close. Like, you could have had. You turned down TJ to get Kevin King. You didn't turn down. He was taken from you. The other one that I wonder if this will come out, and obviously I don't think Terrion Arnold's going to have the Ray Lewis career. But I think Terrion Arnold could be one of those picks, especially later in time. The Packers, it just screams to me they would have loved to have had him, and maybe they sat on their hands and the Lions got in front of him. Because why else did the Lions go out and get in front of him? Maybe Arnold doesn't plan out, but I think that's a guy the Packers wanted, or the Lions had intel that the Packers wanted, and that's why they jumped the Packers to get him, the cornerback from Alabama who's now with Detroit. I think that's a guy to watch. He won't be Ray Lewis, but that could be one of those what-ifs. And you could hear a War Room story of how they got jumped.
More Jim Bears fan fiction. Oh, well.
I'm
we
not
can
even
move
on that's a Lions pick.
You're creating fantasies now.
It's dunking on the Packers adjacent. So it's still like Bears topic.
I do want to point out, though, it is crazy that if you're the Ravens, arguably Ray Lewis, second best pick for them in that year's draft. At number 4 overall, you know who they took? Jonathan Ogden. Quite arguably the greatest offensive lineman in NFL history.
Not to say, I get what you're saying.
I
That's
mean,
a hell of a pick.
That's
2 Hall of Famers.
2 Hall of I mean, that's the bedrock of a franchise, a Super Bowl winning team as well. All right, guys, the last one I want to ask you here is that actually a couple days ago, the Packers posted a picture with Jordan Love and Peyton Manning side by side. It looked like they might have been up at Lambeau, and Jason Wilde actually put out a tweet this morning saying that's cool, meet and greet, get to see Peyton Manning, one of the all-timers, but Jason actually threw out there that if he could beat any quarterback of all time, he'd want to meet Dan Fouts of the San Diego Chargers fame. I would want to ask you guys, if you can meet any quarterback throughout history, just meet him, get to hang out with him for an afternoon, who are you taking, Jim?
Any quarterback in NFL history, who would I want to hang out with? You know what? I would say John Elway. Mainly because I think he has a case for maybe being... He's wildly underrated. And I think he was ahead of his time. I think he played in 5
I think a lot of people put him in the top 10, though.
But I think he should be like top 5, if not higher. Like
Some people do.
He's better than Brett Favre, better than Dan Marino. Like, I think if I was doing it, I would go Brady, Mahomes, Elway.
But why would you want to hang out? Like, is there a personality thing about him or just success?
Success. I mean, I think he'd be interesting. Have a lot of stories from back in the day. I just picked one. Just the name that popped in my head. So
talk with him about Bo Nix, everything he saw of him at Oregon.
He's out of. I think he's not there anymore, though. But
Bo Nix. Oh, he's not with the Broncos anymore?
I think Elway's kind of maneuvered.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. I think he's on his way.
Got off the burning ship. Smart
brought
move by
Peyton
him.
Manning there and won a title. Like, so
That's
he's
a good
great
move.
executive
Good
too.
move. All right, Matt. What about you?
You know, I'm going to steer away from former Packers quarterbacks because they're both nuts. But I think someone who, especially, and I wouldn't have said this during his playing career, but since the Manning cast, I think Peyton would honestly be a great time.
So you go with Peyton?
Yeah, I think Peyton would be a great, because one, I feel like he really did see the game differently. I think he was so in his own head about what was going on, and while everyone else was on step 1 and 2, he was on step 4, 5, looking at 6 already. The guy just always seemed to know what was going on. So, like, to pick his brain in that regard would be incredible. Mm-hmm. But he has shown he can be personable. He's got a good attitude. He's funny. Like, I think he would be a fun guy to, like, go play 18 holes with.
You know who else would be a fun guy to play 18 holes with? Matt Hamilton.
Yeah!
Bringing it today against that Bears fan, David Kaplan. Pushing against Jim and in it to win it. Come on.
Just, all I do is win, no matter what.
Always.
You can win, not no matter what, but you can win a lot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. Over $1 million in jackpots last weekend. I guarantee there'll be $1 million again. Over $40 million in jackpots so far this year.
Mother's Day weekend.
Go win the mom in your life some money. Go to Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. And John Elway, former director of football operations for the Broncos. This is Rutledge Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Need more of Judgmental Jim? Subscribe to the Rutledge and Hamilton podcast, presented by Revive Restoration, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison.
The best is at Goodman's.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
Jim Rutledge here, and I want to tell you about the Bruce Company, Dane County's premier retailer of outdoor furniture. They'll help you elevate your outdoor living space like they have for me. Exceptional craftsmanship, all the latest styles, colors, and durable materials that hold up to whatever Wisconsin weather brings. From deep seating to dining, pick your set and the Bruce Company will customize it to fit your style. Visit their furniture showroom in Middleton and let their trained staff help you bring your outdoor dreams to life. The Bruce Company, your outdoor living experts.
If you're a motorist of the four-wheel variety, please watch out for those of us in Wisconsin who do their traveling on 2 wheels. Adjust your mirrors to reduce your blind spots. Allow motorcyclists a full lane width. Use your turn signal when merging or changing lanes. And allow more following distance between you and the motorcycle. Motorists and motorcyclists can work together to achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roads. 0 in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. You can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round.
Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. This season, spring into adventure together in the Chevy of your choice.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because they never charge over the MSRP.
Hi, I'm Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock with Retirement Income Strategies. And what sets us apart is we're an independent, family-run office. We help clients like you understand the financial world and build a portfolio that's in your best interest. To learn more, go to MadisonMoneyGuy.com.
The second annual ESPN Madison Open is coming soon, and you can swing into the fun. Molly Brown here. Join us on Monday, August 5th at Bishops Bay Country Club and help raise money for the Miracle League of Dane County. Purchase a whole sponsorship, and you'll help provide adaptive equipment, uniforms, and a safe, inclusive environment where every child can thrive. Interested? Email ESPN Madison Sales at goodkarmabrands.com. Sponsor a hole, donate, and make dreams come true with the Miracle League of Dane County, because every child deserves the chance to play ball.
Welcome back to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
I don't understand how you could, as a Packer fan, you've just lived through 35 years of great MVP, great Hall of Fame quarterback playing. We got 2. That's the big criticism that we hear. So who on earth is sitting here saying, it's our birthright, it's this? No, I think we feel like because we're good at a lot of things as an organization and as a fan base, that we're going to have opportunities. But I think, if anything, we feel more snake-bitten than cake-eaten. I think it's much more, we just can't catch a break when it comes to play. We can't do this. There ain't anybody. The easy cake eating? What Packer fan on earth could look at it and say, this is easy? I don't know. How can anyone think that?
Packers are absolutely cake eaters, Packer fans, without a doubt. And that's not even look, it's a privilege.
Here's the thing. There is a lot of comfort compared to a lot of teams in the NFL where you look at the Packers and be like, we don't have to worry about quarterback.
You have had the golden ticket twice in your life. Now, you're blowing your opportunities with the golden ticket to maximize it. That's a different story.
To maximize it. Because let's be real. There's a lot of franchises out there that would take a Super Bowl win. And you're right. We did hit the bare minimum. But
you still got the 2.
It's like getting the jackpot or the bonus game in a casino and then not getting like hundreds of dollars more. We got some.
Yeah.
We got a nice jump. And
you don't have you didn't get generational
but there's
money.
Still
you
situation.
Got
it's not
money.
like we're not looking at the team and being like, why didn't they do this? Like, I can think of times early in Rodgers' career. Who was the Ted? Was still
Ted Thompson?
Yeah, I was like, this guy won't go out and get anybody. He only does draft and develop. And we're never going to really make these big changes at positions. Like, we're not going to find that unless some guy all of a sudden pops off. And that's the plight the Packers fans had to deal with. That's what Tausch is getting at. It hasn't been all easy. We've had issues, just different issues than most other teams. You
first world problems.
It up to
you've had first
maybe
world
it is,
problems,
but there's still problems. It's not cake eater world.
Yeah, if only the Packers had more jewelry with those 2 quarterbacks, right, Jim?
Yes. Go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton, the official jeweler of the Tauscher family and the Rutledge family and the Scalzo family, sometimes even Matt Hamilton shops there. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
See ya. Go Packers.
Condon Jewelers,